One impact of the COVID-19 pandemic has been the disruption of global supply chains and manufacturing. Manufacturers of computer chips in Asia have been hard hit, and that means companies making products that rely on these chips are feeling the pinch. It's estimated that U.S. automakers alone will make 1 million fewer cars this year because they're unable to source the computer chips they need. That in turn has driven up prices of used cars sharply. But other manufacturers are also starting to be impacted, with Apple saying the chip shortage could soon affect iPhone production. Joining us now to give us their take on when these shortages might end are Seda Mehmek, professor of electrical and computer engineering, as well as computer science at Northwestern University, and Robert Sloan, head of the computer science department at the University of Illinois, Chicago. We welcome each of you. And Seda, let's begin with you. Could you just give us the main reasons for this shortage that we're seeing right now? Is the entire disruption due to the pandemic?
To a large extent. And a few things coincided during this period of time. There was already an increasing demand for electronic products, internet-based and cloud-based services which rely on electronics. However, with the pandemic, the way we work, the way education system has been running, everything got changed so quickly, and we have started relying more and more on these electronic devices to work at home, for remote learning, and for entertainment. And that has driven a skyrocketing demand on electronics. At the same time, some industries, most prominently the auto industry, has tried to brace itself for closure of plants, for reduction in demand, by reducing their production. And because of that, they have reduced their demand from the chip manufacturers. Yet, at the same time, other product producers, other electronics producers actually moved in and scooped that slack and that reserved production from the chip manufacturers. All in all, this has created a significant misalignment between what the chip manufacturers have been allocating their resources for and what electronic producers, electronic product manufacturers have been planning for.
So it seems like there is a particular dearth of this when it comes to the auto industry, and at the same time, not the others. And yet now this disruption is more widespread. Again, we just noted Apple. So Robert, can you talk about how broadly is this being felt and what industries are impacted at this point?
At this very moment, the worst problems are in the auto industry, in some ways brought on by themselves at the start of the pandemic when they slashed orders for chips, so they got rearranged. But everything else is right on the cusp, and any given month, smartphones, laptops, even printers. The one thing that's already in very short supply besides autos is are gaming consoles. If your teenager wants an Xbox, they will have to wait a while.
So maybe not necessarily a devastating impact unless you're like 12 or 13 and really bored and wanting to play.
Or need a car, or in another few months need almost any electronic gadget. There are very good chances this will get worse before it gets better.
Yikes. Okay, so one of those, this is something that I feel like I'm without a limb if I don't have my phone alongside me, my smartphone, and Apple's share price taking a hit over fears that this chip shortage is going to hit them and other manufacturers of our devices. So what can you share with us about that, Seda? Keep those current phones running as long as possible?
That might be an option for sure. Take good care of your appliances. I might add, appliances will be another sector of products where there might be a severe hit due to such shortages.
What sort of appliances?
Yes, television sets, washers, dryers, everything in your household that has any type of intelligence in it. As well as medium to small scale manufacturers of personal laptop computers and desktop PCs.
So can you explain, Robert, a little bit more about, we've talked about how maybe auto manufacturers made a bad bet when they scaled back the chips that they were ordering. Why is this now hitting other sectors? And at this point, why is this so prolonged?
Because chips are a very slow moving business. I've seen estimates that cost 10 billion with a B dollars to stand up a new chip manufacturing plant. So it's not that if there's a surge in demand today, that next month or 6 months from now, there's a responsive surge in supply. There's a very big time lag in chips because of the cost and difficulty of establishing manufacturing plants.
But Robert, presumably we are seeing manufacturing, or the places that make these chips, they are going to be increasing production, or they're trying. Is that happening?
Yes, but the coming back online is slow. And for specifically the auto industry, as I already said, some of the orders that they gave up, other industry players captured and aren't available to the car makers right now.
So driving up the price for new cars, but also then pressure driving up the price for used cars as well, rental cars everywhere. Now, Seda, how is this going to, do you expect, force companies to rethink their supply chains in the future?
A couple things. One is a lot of companies, I think, will be now more willing to lobby for an enhanced and increased amount of production within the United States, and more larger investments into additional production plants everywhere around the world. That's one aspect. Another aspect is more communication between different sectors. I guess earlier the auto industry wasn't really coordinating and watching and talking to other sectors to try to figure out or plan ahead in terms of how to forecast things. That communication needs to be improved, and probably they will be working more on that.
So much comes down to communication. So thank you for communicating to our audience all of that information. Our thanks to Seda Mehmek and Robert Sloan.
Thank you.
Thank you.